Why is it that for some reason we only see things as good or bad? And generally, the bad thing is what stands out the most. It is so challenging to come to a place where we have decided to look at something as not all bad. To look back over our childhood, as challenging as it was, or as difficult as college was, as challenging as certain seasons of our life were, and not just see them as all bad. However, if we don't do this, then it's not just that we miss the good that existed in the bad, but we also miss God. Because if we think it's all bad, then we miss how God got down in the bad thing with us. 2019 may have been challenging, but it wasn't all bad. There were moments where God got down in the bad with you. See, and you got to know this about the God you serve, because you may think that God is only good when he's blessing you. But if we believe that he's never going to leave us nor forsake us, that means that there is no season in our life that he wasn't in it with us. That you serve the kind of God that will get down in the bad with you. He will get down in that addiction with you. He will get down in that broken home with you. You called it a praying godmother. I call it God getting down in the bad with you. You call it a church that finally had your sound. I call it God getting down in the bad with you. Not everything was bad. And when you grow spiritually, you start looking back on certain things that you thought were bad, and you say, but I see how God sent somebody in the midst of that bad thing. If that's your testimony, I dare you to just take 10 seconds and let God know that I see how you got down in that bad thing with me. It wasn't all good. It wasn't like I made it out without any scratches, but I see how you got down in the bad thing with me. I should have been dead. I should have been out of my mind, but God got down in that bad thing with me. I went through the divorce, but the divorce didn't tear me apart because he got down in that bad thing with me. God, he gets down in the struggle with you. He gets down in the pain with you. And so you have to change your narrative on certain experiences in your life so that you don't just call them bad, but you can balance them with the fact that God got down there in it with you. Because God will never let bad have the final say. Bad can't have the final say. In Genesis 3:15, when Eve has eaten from the fruit and the enemy thinks that he's had the final say over humanity, God says, I know it looks like you had the final say because you bruised her heel, but at the end of the day, she's going to end up bruising your head, because bad will never have the final say. You're not in this city because you did everything the right way and you saved your money appropriately. You're not in that marriage because you never made any mistakes. You are in the room and the position that you are in because God said bad will never have the final say. I will never leave you where your pain met you. I'll never leave you where your trauma met you. I'm not saying that the weapon won't be formed. I'm just saying that it won't prosper. Romans 8:28 would put it like this. I'm going to make all things work together for your good. I'm going to get down in that bad thing with you. That's the only way I can make it work together for your good, is if I get down in that thing with you.